Hi, and welcome to the weekly reading for February 18th, 2019. I do these readings every Monday for just a general idea of what to expect in the next 7 days. Now, you don't have to watch it on Monday in order for it to apply. These are timeless readings. It's just when you watch this, it's going to be valid through the next 7 days. Okay, guys? All right. So we have 6 piles, and I'll tell you which one's which. This is pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, pile number 4, pile number 5, and pile number 6. While you guys are picking your pile, I just wanted to let you know anything you want to know about me is in the description. That includes ways to contact me if you want to communicate with me for whatever reason, and a way to get a private reading with me, and links to some other sites that I have, okay? All right, guys, so let's go ahead and get started with pile number 1. All right, hi those of you who picked pile number 1. Here's what you can expect. Okay, so the first thing that we have from the Vintage Wisdom Oracle is new beginnings. Okay, so you can expect new beginnings this week. Maybe somebody you know is going to have a baby, maybe. Or maybe you're gonna have an offer for something new to happen. Now, I'm not getting a positive or negative from this. I'm not getting that it's going to be something that's going to be really, really great or something that's going to be really, really bad. So it feels more neutral. So whatever this is, it's not going to be like really monumental for most of you guys. I am getting that some of you guys are also going to be in a situation where maybe you're not being very honest, or you're being more charismatic, or you're kind of putting on some kind of show. Now those of you who may act, this might actually be somebody who's acting, or somebody who is performing in some way, okay? But you guys are gonna get lucky by doing that. Now, I kind of feel a little bit weird saying that, because I don't necessarily think that, you know, if you're okay with compromising your morals to get some things out, then that's fine. I mean, cause this could be fun. This could be like, well, you're supposed to be a little deceitful. Like maybe you're playing poker with your friends or something like that, you know? But just know that you're gonna have an instance where you're gonna be able to use your cleverness and your wittiness to get something good out of that, okay? Now over here, we get a little bit more turbulence, okay? And I just wanted to let you guys know, again, we have like somebody stealing something, and I think about the cleverness thing. Just understand that you've got to be really careful about whatever you're doing this week, because it's like you don't want to get caught doing this, you know? And I feel so weird, because it's like I really have no judgment for you guys, but I just feel like there's something really fishy going on with this stuff, and I'm getting that this is about the viewer, not about anybody else. So just keep that in mind. Understand your anxieties are going to be up a little bit, and just know that this is anxiety. This isn't the real world, okay? That's one thing that I really love about the 9 of Swords, is that, you know, it's like your worst fears, absolutely, but it was a nightmare, okay? It's not reality. It doesn't represent reality. And then you're gonna be very busy, okay? Those of you who have long distance relationships, I feel like you're not gonna talk to your person as much this week. All right, guys? Alrighty, there's your reading for the week. All right, hi pile number 2s. Those of you who picked the pink butterfly. Okay. Wow. Okay, so your vintage oracle, vintage wisdom oracle, sorry, is sanctuary. Okay, so I really think that it's going to be important to get that rest, and we have that repeated here in the Four of Swords here. This is about resting. This is about privacy. It's about introversion. It's about going within. Okay. And sanctuary can be very much like that. It might be in nature, something like that. You're going to find yourself getting a little lost in your thoughts. But I feel like it's kind of like more, it's more fun for you than it is like negative. I get the, like I'm imagining somebody on Wikipedia that keeps clicking on links through Wikipedia and because they're interested in it. And so they keep like going around and around, and it's like, one might say that they're wasting time, but they're learning something. So it's like that. It's like you're going to be in your head a lot, okay? And now's a good time to be in your head a lot, okay? So don't worry if you're normally like very, very extroverted and you usually spend a whole lot of time with people. Now's just a time to kind of rest and reflect, okay? There is somebody that wants to tell you a really important message this week, okay? This could be from any... you know, in any area of your life, but I feel like for most of you, it's going to be in your love life, okay? It's going to be like a love message, something like that. And understand you still have a whole lot of opportunities open to you this week, okay? So my only advice here is to choose wisely what you're going to focus on, and also just that you need to choose, okay? Because otherwise they're going to go away. They're not going to be there anymore. So you do need to choose. Okay. Oh, for very few of you, but I do want to mention this, especially if you're wondering if somebody's like fantasizing about you or thinking about you, and you've been wondering, like, maybe you, I don't know, maybe you have this kind of feeling that somebody's thinking about you, or you've gotten this, you know, maybe you've had a dream or something like that. They are, okay? But that's only for a few of you. And those of you who it is for, you've already wondered it. It's not something that's new, okay? This is something you've already wondered. All right, guys? Okay. Hi, pile number 3. Those of you who picked the white butterfly. We have the anchor and the path. We have change. Okay, King of Pentacles, Ten of Cups, and the High Priestess. Wow, this is really nice. All right. Okay, so you guys probably know that this week you're going to have to make some kind of change. There is going to be some kind of change happening. It doesn't necessarily have to be big, but I feel like it has to do something with like work or school, studying, something that you know, maybe you have to learn something. Maybe you have to, like, in order to get, for example, in order to get a promotion, maybe you have to study something, or maybe this is like continuing education or something like that. But there's going to be some kind of change. It could be this decision that you're going to have to make. Now, it's really interesting because last pile, the folks from last pile needed to make a decision too. So maybe there's just a lot of, I mean, maybe that's something that's coming with the full moon and all of that kind of stuff that's happening, okay? But I'm getting that you're going to have to make a choice, okay? And if you don't make it this week, you're going to at least know about the choice this week. It would be best if you just anchor down on the one that you know you're going to go with, okay? And if you don't know, you've got to figure it out, okay? Because you can have this. This is the Ten of Cups. This is basically the life. You can have this, but it feels like you have to make this choice, and you've got to choose. You've just got to choose wisely, okay? We also have both. We have a both very, very sensing-oriented person here with the King of Pentacles, and a very, very intuitive person here with the High Priestess. I feel like this is an important thing for for you guys to balance this week, okay? When we follow our intuition all the time and all of that good stuff, it's great, right? But we do have to also live in the real world, in the sensate world, okay? And when we use our senses and we savor the moment and we like pay attention to everything going on around us, you know, that's great, but we also have to have that intuition. Here's the deal. The sensate world feeds our intuition. When we are plugged in to the world around us and we are plugged into life, we get to experience all of those patterns then our intuition puts together and then kind of coughs back up at us where we're like, oh wait, these things are related, and then that's where your intuition comes from. So you'll have to be feeding your intuition by also being fully present in the moment and paying attention to the world around you. And you can do a little exercise where you use every single one of your senses, within reason, of course, to experience the world, right? Obviously, probably the easiest thing to do that with is food. But yeah, I mean, just make sure that you're rooted in the material world, okay? Some people say it's grounding, you know, and that can be kind of abstract for some people to understand, since even grounding is usually done with some visualization, that kind of thing, like take off your shoes, put your feet flat on the earth, and then imagine roots, you know. That might work for you guys, okay? But it feels to me like it's more than that. It feels to me like your whole body needs to be plunged into the five senses world this week, okay, in order to balance things out, okay, because that's going to feed your intuition. It doesn't work the other way around. It feeds your intuition, you know. Once your intuition's kicked in, which I think for most of you guys who pick this pile it has, you know, it's not like you're going to go back and turn it off or anything. It's just you feed it by doing that. All right, guys. Okay, this looks really good though. All right. Okay, those of you who picked pile number 4, the red butterfly, here is your... Okay, we've got balance on this one. Okay, so this week, you're going to be pretty much called to be generous to somebody that you really care about. Okay, but you're not going to be put out because you have enough resources to do that. Okay, so it's like I do see a depletion of your resources, but I also see you bringing in a whole lot of resources too. So that's what this is about. This is about, you know, the give and take, you know. And when I see this together here, it lets me know that, you know, it really feels like there's something going on where a friend or a relative, somebody's going to need you. And it doesn't necessarily have to be financial, but it has something to do with the physical world. It's like you know, it's like maybe it could be something like they want to loan you, they want you to loan them a book, to they need to borrow money. I mean, it could be anything, but somebody's going to need your help. And I would suggest that you do that because it feels like that's really good for you. But you know, again, you're bringing things in, you know, you're also very successful, okay? Because the 6 of Wands talks about success. This is a card really of balance, financial balance. One thing, I feel like you're going to get into a little bit of a, it's like you're going to get into a little bit of a, like, spat with somebody. Like you're going to be bickering, or you're going to be in a situation where, I mean, it could even be like somebody, like a stranger, like an internet confrontation or something like that, right? And I feel like it's going to bother you more afterwards than it does while you're in it. Just understand that particular experience is going on to hold up a mirror to something that you don't like about yourself. So whatever it is that you don't like about that person, later on you'll understand that that's something you don't like about yourself, or it's something that you've just gotten over, or something that you've just learned, and it's just irritating you to see that part of yourself in somebody else. And that's why it bothers you so much. It's not because that person, you know, is particularly meaningful in your life or anything like that. They might be, but it's just because they're going to give you a mirror to hold up to yourself, basically. And that's metaphorical. Okay. But yeah, overall balance is going to be the key, you know, little spat. It's going to leave an impression though. Okay. All right. Hi, those of you who picked pile number 5, the purple butterfly. Okay. All right. Wow. Oh my goodness. Boy, you're going to have a big week. Whew, look at this. You've got the Hierophant, the Hangman, the Fool, Strength. Like, I know that this isn't a tarot card, but it's like all 4 of these appear in the major arcana, you know? Wow. Okay, first off, this week you're going to be learning something. There's something that, like, and you know about this. This is something that you've wanted to learn. For example, for me, I recently got out some of my cards and I was taking pictures of the backings of them because me and my friend are making our own deck, right? And I just wanted to give some ideas, and I found a couple of decks that I wanted to go back and look at again so that I could relearn them, maybe read the book that came with them, that kind of thing. So it's like, I know that I'm gonna do that. I know that that's what I want to do, at least, right? So it's like, whatever this is something that you know that you want to do, okay? So maybe it's a book you want to read, maybe you're in the exact same position as me, you know, or maybe there's something at school that you're really excited about learning, or whatever, or it's something that you want to learn, though. It's not bad. It's something you want to learn, and it's like right now, like, what I feel like this is telling us is right now it really is the time to learn that. For a few people, now I don't understand how this fits with this for what I'm getting for the few people that I am getting this, but if you are, how do I say this, like the other woman or the other man in a situation, you're going to be found out this week, okay? So be very, very, very careful, because it's like the timing is right for somebody to find out that you've been sneaky. It's like that, okay? So that's just a warning. I don't feel like that's for most of you. I think that for most of you, the snake and the fruit represents learning, okay? So we have the Hangman, okay? So that's another thing that helps me understand that you guys are going to get a new perspective this week. You're going to be seeing things a little bit differently. It's like by learning this thing that you're going to do, and I feel like this is a given. You're going to be doing this anyway, no matter what, okay? There's something you're going to learn this week that's going to give you a completely new perspective, okay? And that is going to kind of change the game for you. Like, I mean, I don't want to talk it up like it's the biggest thing in the world or anything, but it will be the biggest thing this week, okay? And so you'll be getting this new perspective, and that new perspective will help you on your journey, okay? I think for some of you guys, you might begin something new now that you have this knowledge, or some of you guys, this is just kind of standing apart from everything else, and it's just like, hey, remember, you know, just know that there's going to be some new beginnings here this week. With the Strength card, I feel like this is both, I feel like this is both like physical strength and also mental strength, okay? So I feel like some of you guys are going to start exercising this week. Like, maybe you haven't been doing that very much, or maybe you've maybe you haven't done it in a while, or you haven't been doing it very much, and you guys are going to start exercising this week, or you're going to start like trying to get more activity in. So that's good. But also that mental strength, you know, is going to be needed to hold this new information. Okay. I can't see the Strength card without thinking about the Strength card in tarot, though. And so I have to say, just because it's like in my head, and it'll feel weird if I don't say it, that also when you see the Strength card with the woman and the lion, and she's tamed it and everything, I feel like maybe if you're in a difficult situation with somebody right now, and it's like they're just not seeing things from your perspective or whatever, you'll reach an understanding this week, okay? Because it's like, in order to tame the beast, she has to come to an understanding with that beast, okay? So that's what I think is going on for some people with this stuff. But yeah, I mean, you're going to have some new beginnings. The main thing is that you're going to be learning something new, and it's time to learn it. It's like this is something you've kind of put off maybe, okay? All right. All right, hi pile 6. Those of you who picked the green butterfly. Okay. Wow, Pentacles. And we have peace. That is good. In fact, I'm going to put that right here in the middle. Okay. So here's the deal. You're not going to be feeling like things are very great at the beginning of the week, okay? Especially with finances, okay? I mean, this is just straight up. You're not going to be feeling that great about finances this week, okay? But by the end of the week, you're going to find out that there's something either new coming or that you're going to get more money somehow, okay? So that's awesome, right? And of course that would bring you peace, okay? I really feel like this week is kind of a lesson in you will be taken care of, okay? If it isn't financial, it's just something that represents, something that you feel like you need, okay? Something you feel like you need. There's an uneven give and take. It feels like you really want to hold on to it and cling to it, and then finally you find out that you have it. Okay? It's like it could be something abstract or it could be literal money. I think for most of you guys it's going to be literal money. Okay? And you're going to feel really peaceful once you realize that you already have it or that you're going to get it. Okay? And then I say that you guys are really going to be looking for direction this week. Okay? And with this like kind of repeat card, it's like going to be kind of like a chore. So some of you guys might just be on a job search, okay? And you're going to end up getting it by the end of the week, or you're going to end up knowing where you're going to be working by the end of the week. So for those of you who have been looking for a job that have picked this pile, it looks like you guys are going to find that, okay? But yeah, this kind of repeatedly searching for direction, it feels like for me, it feels like you're on some kind of quest to figure out what your path is or where you're supposed to go. And I feel like it's like I want to comment more and say something like, well, and this is the kind of decision you should make, but I don't know what kind of decision you should make. It really feels like this is kind of like something you've got to figure out on your own. But know that you will figure it out. It might not be this week, but you will figure it out. But this is the energy of this week. It's just like you're going to be thinking about it, maybe some circular logic. It might feel a little tedious. Some of you guys might be filling out applications to go to college, that kind of thing. Some of you guys might be filling out job applications. It's something like that, more likely. But it's just something that you have to kind of repeat over and over again. So it's going to get a little tedious there. So, I mean, really, overall, this week doesn't really look like the best week, okay? But just know that by the end of the week, you're going to be feeling peaceful and you're going to be feeling like you have what you want and what you need, okay? And really, this feels more like a need than just a want, okay? It feels like you really need this. And again, by the end of the week, you're going to be getting that. All right, guys? Okay. Thank you guys so much for staying till the end of my video. I really appreciate it. And I appreciate you guys. I appreciate everybody. Seriously, I still celebrate all the likes and subscribes and all of the comments, you guys. If you have any ideas for a pick a card reading, please leave those in the comments and I will put them on my list. For those of you who don't feel comfortable leaving a comment, you can go ahead and email me directly. All right. And if you'd like to know more about yourself and explore a situation more in depth, then you can check out my readings, okay? Because I do offer some private readings and I have some good prices. All right, guys, I'll see you on my next pick a card reading.